The next generation of Mercedes-Benz's perennial bread and butter sedan also happens to be a good snapshot of how the automobile market has evolved. The 2017 E-Class, W213 and Mercedes Speak, is the 10th evolution of a line that started in 1953 with the W120. The new E will launch as the E300 and E300 4MATIC equipped with a 4-cylinder engine, only the model's first gasoline 4 in the US since 1977. Chief engineer Michael Kelz calls it one of the most intelligent machines ever made. It's slightly larger, more richly appointed and maybe better looking than its predecessor, but if there is an overriding theme to the new E300, it's probably stuff. It debuts with an unprecedented level of safety and autonomous operating technology. Its wheelbase increases 2.6 inches to 115.7, and its length 1.7 inches to 193.8, with essentially the same width and a slightly wider rear track. Dimensionally, the E300 sits precisely mid-pack in a competitive set that includes the Audi A6, BMW 5 Series, Cadillac Corsa and Lexus GS. Its underbody has more aluminum and high-strength steel, and its front fenders, hood, trunk lid and large sections of its rear panels are sheet or cast aluminum. As a result, the E300 weighs up to 150 pounds less than its predecessors, though it's still heavier than any of its 4-cylinder competitors. The E300 brings a best-in-class coefficient of drag of 0.23, even if it doesn't necessarily look it. It's cast a new Mercedes design language established by the S-Class and GT sports car, and it's also a bit of a throwback, as demonstrated by the slightly convex flow of its beltline. It's classic but also manly, maybe even rugged, with different grills and badging for sport and luxury packages. We like. The engine comes from Mercedes' new line of gasoline 4s, here displacing 1991cc with a single turbo. Megabytes' third general direct injection operates at up to 2,900 psi and allows 5 fuel pulses per power stroke, while the ignition delivers as many as 4 successive sparks in a millisecond. The point is maximum fuel atomization and combustion efficiency. The output payoff is 241 peak HP and 273 pounds-foot of torque. That leaves the new E300 61 ponies shy of the old E350 V6, though its torque is identical with 33 less displacement. Compared to other 2.0 turbos in its class, the E300 is surpassed in both horsepower and torque only by the Cadillac Corsa. The E300 tops the class in available gear ratios. Mercedes homegrown 9-tronic torque converter automatic delivers 9, up from 7 in the previous E-variable all-wheel drive would be offered at launch. The standard suspension uses steel springs and electronically managed, variable dampening shocks. The upgrade is air body control, Mercedes brand name for its class-exclusive, multi-chamber air suspension. The springs at each corner can adjust individually, with rates varying according to road conditions and driving demands. Ride height adjusts automatically depending on surface and road speed.